What was your general experience with voice acting compared to your normal line of work?
Surprisingly more physical, of all the strange things to say. It was in a very creative process, a very playful process, but for something that requires supposedly no physical work for the finished product, I found myself a very active being behind the booth.
It's quite an awesome cast. I mean, are you working alongside them live, as it were?
Rarely. I had a couple of sessions with Rihanna, I had a couple of sessions with Steve Martin, and I didn't see really hardly anybody else. Most of the time you are alone. It was very nice the times you got to work with people, both because it felt like more normal than I was used to, but also because they bring such powerful, distinctive things to these characters, all the other actors involved, that it felt good to feel that energy and go, okay, that's what I'm playing off of.
And didn't Barack Obama visit at some point? I saw
Barack
a photo.
Obama did visit the set one day, which was the strangest day on any work environment I've ever had.
Did you actually have a conversation, or was it just a bit too awkward?
I wouldn't call it a conversation. We did exchange words. I was still in a bit of shock. I mean, mostly I just sat around thinking, it's the president, it's the president, it's the president, and that doesn't lead to very good conversation on my part. He, however, was cool as a cucumber. He was fine with everything, which he should be. It's his country.
In the film, Owen Tipp's Adventures, would you say that like their friendship and everything they go through is quite a good way to teach lessons for children who are watching the film?
I do think so. There's something, I think, really beautiful that happens where they come at each other with a bunch of preconceived notions and prejudgments about what the other person's going to be like, and those break down through the film. And I do feel by the end of it, you see how wonderful things could be without those prejudgments and decisions made before a conversation has even taken place. And I think it's a little life lesson that we need reminding of throughout our lives, you know, not just kids, but even adults. You know, we get stuck in ruts, prejudging things, and it's not helpful.
And was it quite refreshing to play generally quite a nice being compared
Yes.
to, say, Sheldon?
No, you have no idea. Well, maybe you do. The heaven it was to come from playing someone sort of antisocial to someone who just kind of wants to embrace everyone and just to be loved. Yeah, it's like a whole other set of muscles you didn't realize you haven't stretched in a while.
And in many ways, though, I guess Sheldon's quite alien in his own way. And they had
Well, it's
similarities.
true, but both of them have this kind of stranger in a strange land quality. Both characters are trying to figure out the world around them. The difference being one of them's not sure he even cares to figure it out, and the other one is so eager, overly so, to do that.
Do you think they'd get on if they ever met?
I think deep down inside, Sheldon would be scared to death if he met a little purple alien. I know I would be, you know, but well, maybe he wouldn't. But, oh, good. He seems friendly, but if he crawled in here right now, I'd leave.
Talking about Big Bang Theory, were you ever expected it to become this big worldwide phenomenon?
Oh, no.
It's become?
No, it's been a glorious, obviously, surprise the whole way. I knew from the beginning that I felt what we were doing was good work, and because we shoot in front of a live audience, I knew they were enjoying it, but the idea of whether or not that would translate into a wide enough audience to even stay on the air, much less be popular in several foreign countries that even to this day I go, why? I just don't get it, but I'm so happy about it.